Frank Peterson.
Here.
Art Sperber.
Here.
Diane Vanderwell.
Here.
James Barnes.
Here.
Sarah Chavilicek.
Here.
Larry Chesney.
Here.
Charles Reno.
Here.
Kevin Weisky.
Here.
And Ed Hawkins for Peter Gower.
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Peterson, would you lead us in the salute to the flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Peterson. All right. Approval of the agenda?
Move to approve.
Second. Okay, we have a motion by Sarah, a second by Art. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the agenda is approved. Approval of the minutes for December 7th, 2016.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Weisky and a second by Commissioner Vanderwell. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the minutes are approved.
Some abstentions?
Let's see, Mr. Peterson abstained, any other? I think that, oh,
You
okay,
gotta say it into the mic.
Ed Hawkins abstains.
okay, thank you. So we have 2 abstentions. All right, do we have any public comment?
I have none at this time.
Okay, thank you. We'll go to business of the day. Chris, I think you're the presenter for item 6A, possible action, regional plan conformance review, Washoe County Master Plan Amendment, USA Parkway Industrial CR 17-001.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair, Commissioners. Chris Tolley, Regional Planner. The first case before you is a conformance review for the USA Parkway Industrial Amendment to the Washoe County Master Plan, Truckee Canyon Area Plan. And the staff report for members of the public begins on page 5. As proposed, a project would amend the master plan land use from rural to a mix of industrial and open space on a 60.22 acre site that's located at 22560 Interstate 80 East, as shown on the map overhead. And then the proposed amendment is also located within rural development area of unincorporated Washoe County. Essentially, the amendment would allow for the historical use of the property to be realized through the industrial land use designation, except on those areas of the property that are part of the 100-year flood zone, which would be designated open space. The industrial land use designation is proposed to cover approximately 37.34 acres, and then the open space designation is proposed to cover the remaining 22.88 acres. Regional planning staff found no significant conformance issues with the proposed amendment and recommend approval based on the findings listed in the staff report. This concludes staff's presentation. There's a proposed motion, almost overhead, or on page 9 of the staff report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there an applicant presentation? Okay, do we have any questions for Chris? Seeing none, is there any public comment on this item?
I have none at this time.
Okay, thank you. All right, I guess if there's nothing further, we could entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Sarah.
I move to find the USA Parkway Industrial Amendment to the Washoe County Master Plan, Truckee Canyon Area Plan in conformance with the 2012 Truckee Meadows Regional Plan based on the findings listed in the staff report.
Okay, we have a motion by Sarah and a second by Diane. Any discussion on the motion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that carries unanimously. We'll go to item 6B. Chris, I think you're the presenter. This is the public hearing for a regional plan conformance review, City of Reno Master Plan Amendment, Mount Bismarck, CR 17-002. Chris?
Good evening again, Commissioners. Chris Toll again, for the record. The case before you is conformance review for Mount Bismarck Amendment to the City of Reno master plan, and this staff report begins on page 23 of, or this report begins on page 23 of the staff report. The proposed, let's see, as proposed, the project would amend the master plan land use from industrial to mixed residential on an 8.1 acre site located between Mount Babcock Street and Mount Bismarck Street on the north side of Mount Anderson Street. The proposed amendment site is also located in the city's portion of the Truckee Meadows service area. Essentially, this amendment would allow for 21 dwelling units per acre to be located on the site. Regional planning staff has found no significant conformance reviews with this amendment and recommend approval based on the findings listed in the staff report. And this, again, concludes staff's presentation, and the proposed motion is found overhead or on page 26 of the entire staff report. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Chris? Okay, seeing none, is there an applicant presentation? Yes, Claudia?
Claudia Hanson, Planning Manager with the City of Reno. I have no presentation, but I'm available for questions should you have any. Thank you.
Any questions for Claudia? Okay, seeing none, is there any public comment?
I have none.
Okay, and I guess we could take a motion?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Commissioner Weisky.
Thank you. In the case of CR 17-002, I move to find the Mount Bismarck Amendment to the City of Reno Master Plan in conformance with the 2012 Truckee Meadows Regional Plan based upon the findings listed in the staff report.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Weisky, a second by Commissioner Vanderwell. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, I'd call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that carries unanimously. Thank you very much. We go to item 7A, members and directors' reports. Yes, Lauren.
I do have one quick item. So many of you may remember back in October, we introduced the use of Flash Vote as a communications and engagement tool. So we're excited. We launched our first campaign, I guess, for Flash Vote. We got a pretty good turnout. So we had about 600, a little over 600 people invited and about 300 respondents. So almost 50% responded. There were a lot of open-ended answers as well. So we got some pretty good information there, and we're excited to come back with that information probably in April, which is going to be also our next meeting, which is April 12th. So we're excited about that.
Thank you, Lauren. Any directors, members' reports? Okay. Seeing none, then Jessica, do you have any, well, first of all, is there any public comment on that item?
I have none.
Okay, thank you. Jessica, do you have a legal counsel's report for us?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Jessica Prunty for the record. Just very briefly, many of you might be aware of the pending litigation between the governing board and Washoe County. In the most general of terms, the subject matter of that litigation deals with what the governing board sees as the county's violation of the statutory and regulatory process that the local governments are required to follow before proposing regional planning legislation. At this point in time, the court has not heard the matter, and we anticipate, as with most litigations, that this will be a very slow-moving process, and we will not have resolution anytime soon. If anybody has any questions or would like more information, please feel free to contact Norm or myself, and we'd be happy to have a discussion with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Jessica? Okay, any public comment on that item?
I have none.
Okay, thank you. All right, item 8 is requests for future agenda items. Anyone have anything?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, Commissioner Weisky.
You know, in the past, it's been a ritual that the new director would bring cupcakes to their first meeting, and I don't see any here tonight. And at this time, I'd like to make a motion that we give Lauren a break and let her bring us all cupcakes next meeting. For
Okay, sounds good. Okay, item 9 is public comment. Do we have any public comment?
I have none.
Okay, thank you. Written correspondence. Do we have any written correspondence?
We have none at this time.
Okay, anyone have anything else before we adjourn?
Cupcakes.
Okay, I can take a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you.